Alistair is, of course, still up and available. Nautilus, Kaiser is something we've seen many times.
Damage can be significantly more impactful.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, do they preempt the Trundle?
I don't love Kaze.
No.
I mean, there's a lot of squishy champs.
It's locked in!
Okay, so basically, G2's arguing we have Leona.
Wild here. Let's take a look at a potential skirmish between the Bug and the Boar. And immediately Caps starts to step towards the jungle. Last cone available for retreat, and Limit also on the move. Here comes Mikyx, 2v2, jungle and support. Limit Zenith Blade will connect. Patrik is available. Limit now will get the flash out of Mikyx. He's stunned in place. Yike tries to get that Q damage back. Hansama arrives. Void Seeker forward. Peach flashes to safety. Caught up by the Zenith Blade. First blade was secured by Abbedagge, but it's traded back in the jungle.
Hang on a minute. Caps just got solo killed. What? The last time these two met, it was Caps solo killing Abbedagge in game 1. To now see him step up, let's have a look back and see how this one happened. So Caps goes in for a bit of a trade. The shield comes through from the E from Abbedagge. Soldier hits. Two soldiers hitting. I guess he hits him with the Q. What? Caps? What?
Does that remind you a little bit of Lucian play?
Something, a little bit, yeah.
You know? On the assault, the wave is shoved forward, 10 CS advantage for XL. Can Peach try to mitigate this? Arctic Assault is available. Limit is just blown up underneath the tower. The damage is simply too much to deal with those turret shots. Another kill secured for G2. And that was definitely not the dive you're looking at.
Control of River.
I mean, this was our criticism of XL in game 1, that they weren't actually trying to punish Hansam on the bot side of the map due to Mikyx roaming so much, but Limit just gets one shot. They are able to get that kill into Hansam, but Peach tanks one too many towers. On the screen in the bottom left, you can see the Odoamne forced to flash out as BokenBlade.
He can get access to this level 6 at the moment, though. Hans is going in.
This is, of course, the cast the curse here as Limit steps away from lane. Patrik forced to flash, finds the Fender. Zenith Blade connects up around the Rift Herald. The equalizer is dropped down from Odo. Patrik is taken out from Hansama, and at the Rift Herald fight, Abbedagge joins the fray. Can't find the kill just yet as Odo is taken down. It's 2 for G2, and Peach will be the third. G2 winning across the map as Abba throws out the Emperor's Divide, needs the conquering shifting sands, and simply will not have enough time.
Nothing is shifting about this series. G2
From XL, perhaps it was a little too much. XL begun the Herald.
Yeah, this is where you can see they're trying to get set up here, but again, BokenBlade, brilliant ult in the choke. You get a good ultimate response from Odoamne, which pushes Caps out, but as soon as that's gone, there's just too much damage that's able to come through, and Abbedagge a little bit late to the party, so Rumble already out of the picture, as G2 then wait for cooldowns onto Caps, and are just able to follow up with BokenBlade. At this stage, the Orange deals so much damage when he's able to get the brittle stacks.
Yeah. On that bot, get involved in those bigger skirmishes. It's BokenBlade for the Forge Garden on the mini-map. There is Hansama making his way towards this top lane. Teleport coming in, but a little too late, I feel. Abbedagge now trying to get some damage in reply. Limit's quickness is unavailable because of the kill from earlier. Now BokenBlade being burned down from the Ignite. Patrik steps forward, forced to use the feathers. They fly, and Yike manages to find one on the back line, sinking the fangs in. It's a double, and so the kill secured for Caps, and G2 find 4 kills.
XL are falling apart here at match point for G2. So much worse.
Yeah, and as you say, BokenBlade knows he's got Hansam in the way. You've got the ultimate there. Hansam, as soon as he gets in range, of course that killer instinct will follow through. And Abbedagge doesn't even realize he's coming. There's no vision there. So he ends up TPing into what is a desperate spot as Caps matches that teleport. You've already got Yike in the way. Mickey's going to be quicker on the run than Peach. So BokenBlade with the flash baits XL that in that little bit too far. Caps baits out Patrik with the ultimate and just sets up for Yike to rip XL to shreds.
Just you can see all that mobility, right? The Kha'Zix from behind, the LeBlanc dashing back in and out. Hang on.
Jump into the mid lane. Hansama's able to cleanse and flash away. 3 members of XL were just waiting in the bushes. Mikyx forced to flash as well. Peach goes over. No follow-up yet. Zenith Blade descends Mikyx forward, and Odo's finally arrived. Drop the red carpet down, but G2 have moved away. Teleport completed as BokenBlade is now being chunked out. No Forge Guard available, and XL on retreat. BokenBlade manages to use that Valor's Breath to find a kill, and Caps distorting forward. Here comes Yike. He can taste the fear on XL's lips. Odo finally gets at least one reply. A double knockup from Limit, but there's no damage. There's no follow-up. There's no support as XL are routed and wrecked, and and running for their lives. Abbedagge's got flash available to him, but I think G2 have managed to make it away. That's a start. The ace! There is nothing that XL can do!
How many times are G2 going to get away with blinking health bars? BokenBlade's ultimate comes up at the perfect...
Difficult to watch as XL. Their plays, they feel like they're so close. A tiny bit more damage is all they need. They start off by finding a great pick onto Hans, but they can't quite get the kill. They get the summoners out. Now Mikyx is in an awkward position to his 3. They're thinking, oh, maybe we can get something here. This overcommittal from Peach is where things start to go wrong. They should have been happy with the flashes. Rumble's ultimate comes down. XL look at the HP bars of G2 and say, this is winnable, but little did they know that this is G2's comfort zone.
And this is desperation from XL. They're throwing everything they can to find anything they can muster against G2, but G2 are just outplaying them every step of the way. And even here, Odoamne, he turns around and says, look, I'm in enemy territory. Maybe I can make something happen with Abbedagge coming through, but he goes down. Abbedagge just shy on the size of shoot. Oh, Mickey, that was gorgeous. And then here, just one more auto, and perfect timing for the ult from BokenBlade.
It's a heartbreaker to watch. You can see the first...
I mean, what did you say earlier, Vedius? Broke the ankles of XL. Game 1 was all about the lanes. Game 2 felt like hand diff. Game 3 feeling somewhat similar. XL need a miracle. Call the Forge God won't find much. Yike, however, will assassinate Patrik. Mikyx is surviving once again and sidesteps Peach's assault. And Mikyx stays alive long enough for G2 to find 4 kills. They are styling on XL. And Caps will just be unable to take down Limits.
That's just rude at this stage. I mean, give them something. I mean, 20-4 on the scoreline. The tower will fall. G2 will push in. That was... come on.
Mikyx has reclaimed his status as the god.
That G2 overstep, because without that, if they're in that straight up 5B damage from Hansama, Void after Void, Caps sending out the static shifts, Call of the Forge God out, and Abbedagge is removed from the fight. Limit gets a decent knockup, and the Equalizer burns some of G2's health bars, but it's 2 kills secured, a 3rd to follow, and red lights are blinking for G2, but the trophy is in their eyes. The shield is available today, and it's all of a sudden, the inhibitor turret being focused, Caps is on to the Nexus.
The God of Death has arrived today, but it seems blind to G2 as not a single member falls with the Nexus in their eyes.
It is undeniable the impact that G2 have had here in Europe. 17 splits, 10 titles secured already, and it feels like the inevitability of G2 has arrived, but I'm stepping ahead of myself.
Done the damage. We're going to look back at this fight. We talked about the potential dive. BokenBlade doesn't hesitate, and frankly, you talked about overstepping, Quickshot. I thought this was it. Look at him. There's a good charm and engage from Limit onto the backline. The Rumble ultimate is massive too, but the gold disparity is just too much. They don't quite have the damage. And G2 once again blinking health bars. It is the story of this whole series. They walk away deathless.
There's no turret to stand between XL and G2. 1, 2, 3 members in the base, 4 now. BokenBlade gets knocked up, calls the Forge God. Void spikes out, won't be able to get the secondary, but Patrik has thrown out the feathers. Yike manages to find at least something back. Feathers pulled, Hansama's godlike. That's 1. That's the dash from Hans of the Killer Instinct. 2, 3, 4 secured. The Nexus is focused, and the inevitability of G2's dominance is undeniable. For the 11th time, G2 are your champions. Undeniable that today, G2 were the significantly better team. Do not discount 10th, 2nd from XL.
I mean, it's unfortunate for XL. Not exactly the way they would have liked to see this finals go down. They really did an absolute number to force themselves from, as you say, 10th, 0-3 into taking second place. But there's nothing you can do when G2 stand tall.
LEC viewers around the world, G2 are your summer split champions. They've hoisted the shield twice this year. The number 1 seed going into the season finals.
An impressive run. G2, they didn't have the strongest spring. They fell short to Mad Lions, but they bounced back after MSI. And all eyes are on them going into the season finals. Their second shield of the year. They're looking to take it all in the season finals. They're looking to secure a spot at Montpellier. And they're looking as likely one of the heavy favorites to represent Europe at Worlds.
Undoubtedly, the strongest organization Europe has ever produced. And as we start to step into the season finals, as you say, they are the Goliaths to take down. They are the team that everyone is focusing to see if they can deny them that opportunity to raise this season's trophy and get themselves to Worlds as Europe's number 1 seed.
17 splits, 11 titles. Seemingly endless ability to find success. So in fans, yeah, let's go G2 chance to round out the day. We will be speaking to the players in PGL, so do not go anywhere. Very intrigued to see where they will go.
Roman has yoinked it, he said it. He's like, okay, this is ours now, right? We can just take this, we can head off.
I mean, dual wielding the shields is a little bit less lethal than G2 look today, I will say.
But I mean, I will also say that I know fans, they were skeptical. You know, there was a strong minority that sat there and said, how strong are they really looking if they're going close 5 games against XL? Is this really what the best Europe has to offer? Apparently this is the best what Europe has to offer right now. G2 looked commanding, convincing, and they're looking like, I think, the world's definitely going to keep their eyes on this G2 roster, that's for sure.
And it definitely feels like the story of redemption for so many of these G2 players is still on the road. You look at Hans Sama coming across, doubters were saying, what can he achieve? And he steps up to be the strongest AD carry we have in Europe at the moment. What can Caps do when it hasn't been his time? Well, he steps up and has an incredible performance in game number 1 of this series to show just what G2 are capable of. It looks like G2 are here to stay, and they want to show just how strong they can be as a unit.
Creativity, the ability to play everywhere at all times. G2 are your champions. I believe Caps is sitting down with trouble.
Thank you very much. Quick shot.